So the brand new Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are generating a lot of excitement. People are talking about these possibly being the best overall earbuds for most people in 2022. But more than 3 years after the original launch, the AirPods Pro are still the best-selling earbuds on the market. So when you stack up these two earbuds head to head, how do they actually compare? Well, in this video, I'll test and compare these two with a sound quality analysis, a microphone test, a feature comparison, active noise cancellation comparison, and really figure out which one is the better pair of earbuds. Okay, so Galaxy Buds 2 Pro and AirPods Pro, right off the bat, why even compare these, right? Some people are gonna say, Mike, why would you bother comparing them if you have the AirPods? That makes sense for the Apple ecosystem, Galaxy Buds for Android or for a Galaxy ecosystem, but there still is, and hear me out on this, there still is a really good reason to compare these earbuds. So actually a couple good reasons. The first one is that some people do have both phones. If you have maybe an iPhone as a personal and an Android for work, and maybe you just want to buy one pair of earbuds and use them for either phone or maybe a laptop like a MacBook and an Android, like if you have different non-ecosystem devices, which one should you actually get? But in addition to that, some people might be on the fence deciding, well, should I go with an Android device as my next one or an Apple device? And most importantly, AirPods are so common that they've become sort of a standard to which to compare. So if somebody asks about a new pair of earbuds, it's so easy to say, well, they're like AirPods, but with better sound or a better microphone or something else like that. And many people will understand that because the AirPods are just so common. And because of that, they act as a common point of reference. So if nothing else, hopefully this video at the very least acts as a good guide to explain how good the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are in comparison to something of a standard that most people have probably tried out in the past. But with that being said, let's actually start this video off by talking about some of the basic fundamental differences. The first one being the price. Apple's not really known to go on sale much, but at the time of launch, these were $250. Right now, the AirPods Pro are still $250, but who knows? Maybe you can find a sale. The Galaxy Buds, on the other hand, are far more likely to go on sale, but being brand new, are $20 cheaper right now, launching at $230. Second big difference, of course, is going to be the appearance. The case itself, you can see, is really subtle in the difference in design. I would say that for me, I personally prefer the Galaxy Buds case. I really like how it can charge and sit open on a desk like that. You can plug in USB Type-C on the back, so already a more common cable. And the case, just does a really solid job, a matte finish. It's a nice solid case. But the AirPods does have that aluminum hinge on the back, which makes it feel a little bit more premium. It does have a physical button for pairing, so rather than touching and holding the earbuds, you can just use the button on the case. But my downside here is that the case kind of always sits open at a weird angle. I've never been very fond of that, but the case regardless is very small. When it comes to actually appearance of the earbuds themselves, I'll leave this one up to vote. Of course, the AirPods have that sort of iconic, should I call it, stem that people really do like everybody sees this all over and it's just kind of an accepted look. Whereas the Galaxy Buds, in my opinion, like I said, I do think these look better. They're a little bit more subtle, a little bit more flush. There are 3 different colors. This is obviously the purple one. I probably wouldn't normally wear this. I'd probably wear the matte black ones. But again, matte black, much more subtle than a bright white pair of AirPods. So leave a comment below. Let me know which one you think looks better, the AirPods with their stem or the Galaxy Buds with their 3 colors and, in my opinion, a more subtle design. But of course, aesthetics are not everything. Maybe they are for some people, but for me, I really care a lot about fit and comfort, meaning how well they stay in my ears and how they feel when I wear them for a long time. And so the AirPods are very comfortable, and I've worn these for hours and hours on end, and they never seem to get uncomfortable for me. So that's a huge positive there. But at least for me, there's a very round feature right here rather than a kind of a sharper one we'll see on the Galaxy Buds. And because of that, these don't have features that really grab the inside of my ear, and you're relying more heavily on the silicone tip. Because of that, the left earbud in particular works its way out of my ear all the time. So if I'm talking on a phone, the movement of my jaw will just kind of force it out. If I'm going for a run and you're even a little bit sweaty, you're just moving around because you're literally running, then the left earbud comes out then as well. The Galaxy Buds, however, being also very comfortable, these are possibly a little bit lighter, and like I said, I can wear these for a really long time, but really the benefit with these is that you have a slightly more defined feature on the top that grabs the inside of your ear and can really hold them in place, very similar to how a wingtip would have on the older Galaxy Buds. So because of that, I have to give the win here for overall fit and security in my ears to the Galaxy Buds, they just stay in a lot better, but both of them are reasonably comfortable. Speaking of working out, the AirPods Pro are IPX4 water resistant, the Galaxy Buds are IPX7, so slightly better for the Galaxy Buds. Now, they both have wireless charging on the back of the case, as I mentioned before. Of course, we do have MagSafe on the newer AirPods Pro, and we do have the ability to charge the Galaxy Buds on the back of like a Galaxy phone. So if you're in that ecosystem, charging the earbuds on the go is a positive. Now, let's actually talk a little bit more about when you're wearing these earbuds. Let's say you are on a phone call. For a long time, the AirPods were kind of the gold standard of microphones, and they have been improving with age. Let's compare them to the Galaxy Buds, which also do a great job with microphones. All right, so I'm outside by a busy road. You can see traffic behind me. It's breezy out here. These are the AirPods Pro. So to see how the microphone sounds here, leave a comment and let me know if you can hear what I'm saying. And now these are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. Again, a lot of traffic behind me. It's honestly super loud out here. It's also really windy, so we'll see how these microphones actually perform. So this is interesting. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can actually use either one of these devices with anything that connects by Bluetooth. You can use the Galaxy Buds on an iPhone, you can use the AirPods on an Android or a smart TV or a tablet, laptop, whatever it is. If it connects by Bluetooth, odds are both of these will work on there. But the difference is really going to be in the customization and the features you have available. So if you have an Android phone or specifically a Galaxy phone, you're going to get some additional features with the Galaxy Buds. And similarly, if you have an iPhone, there are a couple extra features you will get with the AirPods. So talking about what those are, first of all, you do have customizable controls, specifically with the Galaxy Buds. These do a great job of that, where you can enable or disable single, double, triple tap. And then for tap and hold, you can choose what that is going to do, from open Spotify, change volume, summon the voice assistant. In addition to that, you also have the ability to double tap the earbud edge, so like the corner of your ear right there, and that will change the volume as well. But the downside here, although I really do like touch controls when I'm indoors and sitting around, when you're running, if your hands are sweaty or if it's cold out and you're wearing gloves, touch controls don't work especially well. In fact, they really don't work at all if your hands are wet or, like I said, if you're wearing gloves. Now, the AirPods Pro use 4 sensors, so you pinch it instead, and that will still work if your hands are wet or if you're wearing gloves, as long as they're small enough, of course. So that is an advantage for the AirPods Pro. The Galaxy Buds have some cool features if you really dig into their settings. So you can open Spotify very seamlessly just by tapping and holding one side of the earbuds. You can also turn on gaming mode for an extra low latency, but from my testing, right out of the gate, they already do have a pretty low latency. And they do also have a next strain notification now, so if you're wearing the earbuds and looking down for too long, you will get a notification that's using the accelerometers to detect the angle of your head. Kind of a cool feature there. They both do have a 360 audio or spatial audio kind of thing. The AirPods have adaptive EQ, so while you can't really customize it as much as you can the Galaxy Buds, the adaptive EQ is supposed to kind of figure out what the best EQ is for you at any given time. And of course, the voice assistants are going to be another difference. The one that's actually baked into here is Bixby on the Galaxy Buds, and you of course have Siri on the AirPods. Now between the two of them, Siri, in my opinion, is substantially better than Bixby. Now you'll notice these earbuds have kind of some parallel features, right? And another big one is a semi-multi-point connectivity, right? So they can't actually connect to a Windows laptop and an iPhone at the same time. But if you're in the same ecosystem, the Galaxy Buds will switch between a Galaxy Watch and a Galaxy phone, whereas the AirPods will switch between an iPad and an iPhone and things like that. So within the ecosystem, they both have pretty seamless switching, and realistically, they both work reasonably well. The AirPods, again, do a slightly better job from my experience. They both have a fit test, of course. They both work with mono mode, and they both have active noise cancellation as well as transparency mode. But before we get into the ANC test, I first want to talk about transparency mode. So the transparency mode on the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro sounds pretty good, like you can hear your surroundings, but it does still sound a little bit muffled. Things sound a little further away. The AirPods, however, have really done a fantastic job of sounding as if there was nothing in your ear. Now, it's not perfect, not quite like the AirPods Max, but these still do a fantastic job. Now, as far as active noise cancellation goes, since their launch, the AirPods Pro have been easily among the top 5 on the market for active noise cancellation, but Samsung's come a really long way. The Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, when you test these head-to-head, of course, ANC has so many different layers to look at, but looking at just sheer power, how much volume can they block out, I found that the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro were able to block out slightly more powerful frequencies. So from my testing, I was blocking out higher volumes with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, whether that is lower frequencies like cars and buses, Again, you're blocking them out a little bit better with the Galaxy Buds, but also some higher frequencies as well due to that deeper fit in my ear canal. You're blocking out human voices and things like that, just slightly better than the AirPods Pro. Now, although they are both very clean with their active noise cancellation, the AirPods Pro in a quieter room do sound cleaner, so you're getting less white noise, less hissing on there. Not that there really is any hissing on the Galaxy Buds, but as far as which one's cleaner, the AirPods are just slightly cleaner. So I'd say in general, I might have to give the win here to the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. I didn't expect it, but just from a sheer power perspective, if you're on a plane or on a bus, it is going to be nice to have those earbuds. And then, of course, the sound quality. This one is super easy for me. I've been listening to both of these for so long. Obviously, the AirPods longer, so we'll start off with that. The AirPods have a pretty detailed profile, so you can hear a lot of acoustic music and higher vocals and things like that, but they've always lacked a little bit of bass, in my opinion, and the lack of EQ in the phone means that you can't really adjust this. So while you're getting a lot of higher-end detail and a lot of clarity on these, I do find that if they just feel like they're lacking bass. So if you're listening to more lively music, whether that is EDM or rock or rap or anything like that, the lack of bass kind of is always a little bothersome to me. Now, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro do have 24-bit audio instead of 16-bit audio. That's only if you're using Samsung's scalable codec. If you are using Samsung's codec on there, you will get higher resolution on your audio. And I find that in general, I really prefer the sound of the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. They're a little bit more capable on the low end, so better sub bass between 20, 30, 40 hertz, something like that. And of course, the bass is a little bit louder and boomier as well if you want it to be, and you can tune it back if you want as well. But you're getting good clarity on these, and in general, a really lively, fun sounding pair of earbuds. So the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, I say for most people, you would prefer that sound profile, but the AirPods Pro are definitely not bad. As I mentioned before with compatibility, they both work with really any Bluetooth connection, but of course you won't be getting the voice assistant, you won't be able to customize the controls, you won't be able to do a lot of that other stuff, the fit test, things like that, those extra features if you're working outside of the ecosystem. But as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you maybe have one device from either ecosystem, it is going to kind of lead you to wonder which one's the better buy. And I would say for most people, given the cost right now, given the features you're getting, the sound quality, the microphones, everything, all things considered, I think most people would be happier, in my opinion, with the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. But leave a comment below and let me know which of these you think is better. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, we are hopeful that in Apple's upcoming launches, maybe they'll release a new sequel to the AirPods Pro, AirPods Pro 2 or something like that. And so I will absolutely be covering that if and when those come out. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content about any new earbuds like that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'm Mike O'Brien. See you next time.